Hello students, today we are going to study about Annelida. It is an important topic of class 12 biology. So, phylum Annelida. It has been composed of two words, annulus, which means ring, and lidos, it means form. So, these organisms are just like ring forms. What do they include? They include segmented worms. The term Annelida, it was first used by Lamarck in 1809. It was first used by Lamarck in 1809. It includes something around 12,000 species. Now let us discuss about habit and habitat. They are mainly aquatic, and aquatic means marine and freshwater both, and they can be terrestrial too. They can be found on land or in water. They can be free living or they can be parasite. Now, what is their body organization? So they have organ system level of body organization, and they are bilateral symmetrical. They are also triploblastic, metamerically segmented coelomate animals. Metamerically segmented coelomate animals. Their body surface. What about their body surface? Their body surface is distinctly marked out. Marked out into segments or metameres. That means they are marked out in segments or metameres, and because of their segment, they are marked out into segments or metameres. They are known as Annelida. Ringworms. Locomotion. How do they move from one place to another? They possess longitudinal circular muscles. They possess longitudinal circular muscles which help them in locomotion. These longitudinal circular muscles help them in locomotion. And aquatic animals like Nereus, they possess lateral sideways appendages joints. They possess lateral appendages which help in swimming. swimming. Now what about respiration? It occurs through skin or gills. Respiration occurs through skin or gills. And the circulatory system, that is closed. Circulatory system is closed. And nephridia or singular nephridium. What does it help in? It helps in osmoregulation. It helps in osmoregulation and excretion. It helps in osmoregulation and excretion. So respiration is carried out by gills or skin. Circulatory system closed. Nephridia or nephridium helps them in osmoregulation. Osmoregulation, process of maintaining balance of fluids in the body. The process of maintaining balance of fluids in the body is known as osmoregulation, and it also helps in excretion. Now the neural system. What does it contain? Neural system consists of paired ganglia, singular ganglion, and they are connected by lateral nerves. What are they connected by? They are connected by lateral nerves to a double ventral cord. From a lateral nerves to double ventral cord. So in a neural system, if we talk about neural system, they have a paired ganglia and they are connected by lateral nerves to double ventral cord. Now reproduction. Nares, that is an aquatic form, an organism which is an aquatic form. It is dioecious. That means sexes are separate. But earthworm and leeches are leeches. Here sexes are not separate. Sexes are not separate. That means they are monoecious. Reproduction is sexual. And they are egg laying. Most of them are egg laying organisms, mostly oviparous. And fertilization may be internal or external. Either internal or external. And let's draw a figure. Is there any space for small one? And this is the figure of Nares. So phylum Annelida includes segmented worms. Annulus means rings and lights means form, and the term Annelia was given by Lamarck in 1809. It contains about 12,000 species. In terms of where do they live, habitat, they are aquatic and they are marine as well as freshwater organisms, and they live also on land as free living, or they can be free living or parasitic. And they have organ system level. Bilaterally they are symmetrical, triploblastic, and they are segmented. They are symmetrically segmented, and coelomate animals. Body surface is distinctly marked out into segments or metameres. Locomotion, they have longitudinal circular muscles which help in locomotion. Annelids Aquatic animals like Nereus, this is one, they have lateral appendages. They have lateral appendages which help in swimming. Respiration is carried out through skin or gills, circulatory system closed, and nephridia or nephridium, which has, they have nephridia or nephridia, which helps in osmoregulation and excretion. In terms of neural system, they have a paired ganglia, which is connected by lateral nerves, sideways nerves to ventral cord, to a double ventral cord, and respiration, that is sexual, and most of them are dioecious, that means sexes are separate, but in earthworm leeches sexes are not separate, they are monoecious, and mostly oviparous egg-laying organisms, and fertilization internal or external. And this is the figure of Nereus. Now let us move to the another one, phylum Annelida. After its Arthropoda, we can give another examples also. Let us give some examples. What are the examples? Nereus, Pheretima, that is known as earthworm. Nereus Pheretima is known as earthworm, and Hirudinaria. What is it known as? It is known as blood-sucking leech. So with this we come to an end of phylum Annelida. Let us move to the another one, phylum Arthropoda. So phylum Arthropoda. It is composed of two Greek words, arthron, which means jointed, and podos means foot. Okay. So it is the largest phylum. We all know that it is the largest phylum of Animalia. And what does it include? It includes, what does it include? It includes insects. Over 2/3 of all named species on earth are arthropods. Now, where do they live? What kind of habit do they have? So habitat. They may be aquatic, they may be terrestrial. They may be aquatic or terrestrial. They may be free living or as living in parasitic forms, or maybe parasites. Examples of parasites. Example of parasites are bed bugs, ticks, mosquitoes, etc. Bed bugs, ticks, mosquitoes, etc. So what kind of body organization they have? They have organ system level of body organization. Then what kind of symmetry they have? They are bilateral symmetrical. What about the germ layers? They are diploblastic or triploblastic? They are triploblastic. Segmented or unsegmented? They are segmented. And coelomate, acoelomate or pseudocoelomate? They are coelomate animals. The body of Arthropoda what is it covered by? It is covered by chitinous exoskeleton. Chitinous, that is made of chitin. Chitinous exoskeleton. And the body consists of head, thorax and abdomen. Body consists of head, thorax and abdomen. Head, thorax and abdomen. And they have joint appendages. Body has joint appendages. Because of joint appendages, they are quite unique. Now what about respiration? How do they respire? So respiratory organs are book gills, book lungs or tracheal system. Book gills, book lungs or tracheal system. So book gills, a scorpions and spider. Book lungs, not it book gills. Book lungs, okay. Book gills, that's prawn. Book gills, prawn. And book gills, prawn, okay. Book lungs, a scorpion, a spider, a scorpion and a spider. And tracheal system, cockroach goes by trachea. They respire by trachea. They have sensory organs also. Too. What kind of sensory organs do they have? They have antennae. The correct pronunciation, antennae. Eyes, both compound and simple. And they have statocysts. These are balance organs. And they excrete through Malpighian tubules. So phylum Arthropoda. Arthron means jointed and podos means foot. These are the two words which compose Arthropoda, jointed foot. Largest phylum of Animalia. It includes insects. Over 2/3 of all named species on earth are Arthropoda. Habit or habitat, they are aquatic or terrestrial. They may be free living or parasites. And examples of parasites are bedbugs, ticks, mosquitoes, etc. Organ system, what kind of level body system do you have? Organ system level, symmetrical, bilateral symmetrical. They are triploblastic, segmented and coelomate animals. Body of arthropoda is covered by chitinous exoskeleton, and it consists of head, thorax, and abdomen. Their body have joint appendages. Now, respiration. Respiratory organs are book gills, book lungs or tracheal system. Book gills, prawns. Book lungs, a scorpion, a spider. Tracheal system, cockroach. Sensory system, they have sensory system too. Antenna, eyes, which are compound as well as simple, stetocysts or balance organs. And they excrete through Malpighian tubules. Let's move forward. So, are they monoecious or dioecious? They are mostly dioecious. That means sexes are separate. Fertilization, it's usually internal. Mostly egg-laying, mostly oviparous. Development, it may be direct or indirect. Larval stage may be involved or not. Maybe or maybe not. And the examples are important insects, what kind of economically important insects, giving economic benefits, such as apis, honeybee, bombyx, silkworm, lassifer, black insect. Then we have the vectors, Anopheles, Culex and Aedes. These are all mosquitoes. Culex and Aedes. These are all mosquitoes. Then we have gregarious pest in the form of locusta. The name is locust. And living fossil, what is it? In the form of limulus, king crab. Let's draw a figure. So the figure is in this form. Another one to give a stinging bite. This is a scorpion for you. So sexual reproduction, mostly they are monoecious or dioecious. They are dioecious. Fertilization, that's internal for you. They are egg laying animals, oviparous. Development may involve larva, then it's indirect. Doesn't involve larva, then it's direct. And the examples are important insects which provide us economic benefits: apis, honeybee, bombyx, silkworm, lassifer, black insect, double CI. It's a double CI. Vectors: Anopheles, Culex and Aedes mosquitoes, gregarious pest, Locusta locust, and living fossil Limulus, that is king crab. So let's move to another one. Annelida, Arthropoda. Now let us deal with mollusca. Mollusks means soft bodied, these are soft bodied animals. These are soft bodied animals, and these are second largest animal phylum after arthropod. Second largest animal phylum after arthropoda. So what kind of system body organization they have? They have organ system level of body organization. What kind of symmetry do they have? They are bilateral, symmetrical. Germ layers, what kind of germ layers do they have? They are triploblastic and they are coelomate animals. They have organ system level, they are bilateral, symmetrical, triploblastic and coelomate animals. Body is covered by calcareous cell. Calcareous cell. The body of Hemodouble mollusca. Hemodouble. So their body is covered by calcareous cell and they are unsegmented. They are not segmented, they are unsegmented. They are unsegmented, they are not segmented, unsegmented, and they have a distinct head muscular foot and visceral hump. What is visceral hump? It is a mass of cells on the dorsal side of the organism. It is a mass of cells on the dorsal side of the organism. So it has unsegmented, distinct head, muscular foot and visceral hump. Here we find a soft and a spongy layer of skin. Soft and a spongy layer of skin which forms a mantle over this visceral hump. We find a soft and a spongy layer of skin that forms mantle over the visceral hump. The space between the hump and the mantle, what is it called? It is called the mantle cavity. The space between the hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity. In mantle cavity, what do we find? Feathers like gills are present. And what do they help in respiration and excretion? They have feathers like gills that helps in respiration and excretion. The anterior head region head region, it has sensory tentacles. It has sensory tentacles. It has sensory tentacles. And the mouth contains a file-like grasping organ. File-like grasping organ. For feeding, what animal? What is used for? It is used for feeding. For feeding, and is known as radula. What is radula? The mouth of mollusks. They have a file-like grasping organ. They have a file-like grasping organ for feeding. File-like grasping organ for feeding, and that is known as radula. That is known as radula. Are they monoecious or dioecious? Usually they are dioecious. This means sexes are separate. They are mostly oviparous. That means they lay eggs. But the development is indirect. That means larval stage is involved. Development is indirect. Examples are pila. Apple snail. Pink tarda. Pila, that's apple snail for you. Pink tarda, that is pearl oyster. And octopus, which is known as devilfish. Octopus is known as devilfish. So let's make a figure, a small one. This is pila apple snail for you. This is pila or apple snail for you. So phylum Mollusca, these are soft bodied animals. This is the second largest animal phylum after Arthropoda. Organ system level, they have organ system level, they are bilaterally, they are symmetrical, they are diploblastic and coelomate animals. Their body is covered by what kind of cell? Calcareous cell. And they are unsegmented, they are not segmented, they are unsegmented, and they have distinct feet, muscular foot and visceral hump. So what is visceral hump? It means visceral mass which is contained within the cell on dorsal side. It means visceral mass which is contained within the cell on dorsal side. They have a soft and a spongy layer of skin which forms mantle over the visceral hump. The space between the hump and the mantle is called the mantle cavity. In mantle cavity they have feather-like gills. Which helps in respiration and excretion. Anterior head region contains sensory tentacles, and they have the mouth contains, here the mouth contains a file-like grasping organ for feeding, known as radula, usually dioecious, oviparous, egg-laying. Development is intact, that means larval stage is informed. Example pila, apple snail, pink tarda, pearl oyster, octopus, the devilfish. Here we have the picture of apple snail. So let us move towards another one. Echinodermata. Echinos, what does echinos mean? It means spines. it means spines, and derma means skin. Echinus means spines and derma means skin. These animals, they have an endoskeleton. These animals have endoskeleton, and this endoskeleton is made of calcareous ossicles. Calcareous ossicles. They are made of calcareous ossicles, and hence the name Echinodermata. A spiny bodied has been given. Where do they live? So all of them are marine, and they live at the bottom of the water, bottom dwellers. These are bottom dwellers. What kind of system they have? Body organization I was on. So they have organ system level of organization. Now in terms of symmetry, adult ones mean the adult echinoderms, they are radially symmetrical, while the larval forms, they are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Their larval forms are bilaterally symmetrical, and they are triploblastic and coelomate animals. The triploblastic and coelomate animals. Head is absent, not found in echinoderms, and body also lacks segmentation. There is no segmentation of the body. Head absent and body lacks segmentation. Respiration, it occurs through tube feet. Circulation is reduced and is of open type. Called HEMA system. Circulation is reduced and is open type called HEMA system. HAEMA. Digestive system, it's complete with mouth on the lower ventral side. Where is mouth? It is on the lower ventral side, and anus on the upper side. Mouth on the lower ventral side, anus on the upper side. The most distinctive feature of echinoderms is presence of water vascular system. This water vascular system helps in locomotion, capture and transport of food and respiration. So this water vascular system helps them in locomotion, capture and transfer of food and respiration. Excretory system is absent. absent. Are they monoecious or dioecious? They are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. Reproduction, sexual. Fertilization, external, usually external. And development, what? Indirect, with free swimming larva. They have free swimming larva. Examples. What are the example? Asterisk, that is starfish. Echinus, that is sea urchin. URCHIN. And Ophiura, that is brittle star. So what are example? Asterisk, starfish, echinus, sea urchin, ophiura, that is brittle star for you. So let's make a figure of asterisk. This is the figure of asterisk, a starfish. Asterisk, and it's a starfish. So phylum Echinodermata. Echinos means spines, derma means skin. So the endoskeleton is made of calcareous vesicles, and the name echinoderms means spiny bodied. They are usually marine and they are bottom dwellers. That means they live at the bottom of the water. Organ system level, the adult ones are radially symmetrical, but the larval forms are bilateral symmetrical. Adult ones radially symmetrical, larval forms bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic as well as coelomate. Head is absent. Body also lacks segmentation. Respiration through tube feet. Circulation is reduced and is of open type, called hemasystem. Digestive system complete. Mouth on the lower ventral side, and anus on the upper side. And distinctive feature of echinoderms is the presence of water vascular system, which helps in locomotion or in capture of prey and transport of food, and it also in respiration. It also helps in respiration. Water vascular system also helps in respiration. Say they are monoecious or dioecious. They are dioecious. Reproduction is sexual, and fertilization is usually external, and development indirect. That means with free swimming larva. They have free swimming larva. Examples are asterisk, starfish, echinus, sea urchin, and ophiura, brittle star. And this is the example of asterisk. So today we will study about the last one, the phylum Hemichordata. Hemi means half, and chordata means notochord. Hemi means half, chordata means notochord. Okay. Let's demarcate the lines. Okay. So earlier Hemichordata was considered a subphylum. under phylum Chordata. But now it is considered as a separate phylum under non-chordates. They are also known as half chordata. The phylum consists of a small group. It consists of a small group of worm-like animals. What kind of animals? Worm-like animals. Where do they live? They are exclusively, that means they live only in sea, and they also live in mostly live in burrows. They are exclusively marine. They live in marine only, and they are mostly live in marine, that means in sea water, in burrows. What about body organization? What kind of body organization they have? They have organ system level of body organization. What kind of symmetry do we have? They are bilaterally symmetrical. Are they triploblastic or diploblastic? They are triploblastic. Coelomate or coelomate? They are coelomate. Animals. Body is cylindrical. The body is like a cylinder, and the body is composed of. What is the body composed of? Anterior proboscis, a collar and a long trunk. Proboscis, a collar and a long trunk. So the body is composed of anterior proboscis, a collar and a long trunk. Circulatory system, that is of open type. Respiration, it takes place through gills. Digestive system, your digestive tract, it's simple and complete. And excretory organ is proboscis glands. Excretory organ is proboscis gland. Now, they are the monoecious or dioecious? They are dioecious, that means sexes are separate. Fertilization, internal or external? Fertilization is external. Development, direct or indirect? Development is indirect, that means larval stage is involved. So examples: Balanoglossus, and the second one is Saccoglossus. Balanoglossus, Saccoglossus, and let's make a figure. Let's rub this off. We have to make So draw 3 lines. Now draw it in this way. And now correct this particular thing. This one. So this is Volano glossus for you. This is the figure of Volano glossus for you. Volano glossus. So let's discuss this one. Hemi means half, chordata means notochord. That means they have half notochord. There was Hemichordata was considered a subphylum under the phylum Chordata in the earlier times, but now it is considered a separate phylum under non-chordates. It's also known as half chordata. It's a small group of worm-like animals. They are exclusively marine. That means all of them live in seawater and in burrows. They have organ system level, bilateral, symmetrical, they are triploblastic, and they have coelom. That means they are coelomate. Their body is in cylindrical form. The body is in cylindrical form, and the body is composed of anterior proboscis. Okay, that's the convenient pronunciation. Anterior proboscis, a collar, and a long trunk. Circular, that's open type. Respiration takes place through gills, and the digestive tract is single and complete. Excretory organ, proboscis gland. Examples is balanoglossus. It's balanoglossus, saccoglossus, and here is the figure of balanoglossus. And they are dioecious, and fertilization external and development is tight. So we will discuss about the chordates in the next video. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and do like and share my videos.